Is the Twilight Saga the only name that comes to you when you hear of werewolves? Or is there anything you would like to ponder over the handsome red-eyed hunk flaunting his muscles that lured girls for years? MTV's supernatural romantic thriller, teen wolf drama, embarked on its spine-chilling journey on the 5th of July 2011. If you are a diehard fan of the series eager to know the latest updates, please watch the video till the end, and we'll take you to the spooky Beacon Hills gleaming in full moon. We know that Teen Wolf was telecasted for 6 seasons spanning around 100 episodes. We could only cherish the nostalgic memories of watching the series as its last episode was aired in 2017. Now, after 5 long years, it's back. It might be a disappointment for some of you as the 7th season is a feature film, unlike the regular series. However, projecting this into the mainstream will only help gain popularity as more people come to know of it. The creator of the Teen Wolf series has tied up with Paramount Plus to recreate the uncanny visuals and story on the big screen, and to bring forth the new evil supernatural forces lurking and jeopardizing the Beacon Hills. Now, most of you would be wondering if the same cast also appears in the movie. The answer is yes. We have Tyler Posey as Scott McCall, Tyler Hoechlin as Derek Hale, Holland Roden as Lydia Martin, and Shelley Henning as Lydia Martin, and there goes a stretch of actors from the series. Apart from the recurring cast, new faces have been portrayed in the movie, like Vince Matties as Ely Hale, a 15-year-old boy who plays the role of the son of Derek Hale. We have also received the news that Dylan O'Brien, a major character who played Styles Stilinski, will not be returning for the movie. He gave out because he had come out of the character, and to align himself with the character of Styles was impossible for him to commit within 5 months. Only if the director had given Dylan some more time to ingrain the essence of Styles, he would have perhaps tried a shot. The show couldn't be more dear to me. It was the first thing I ever did, and so many people there are extremely dear to me, the actor told Variety on March 2022. It was something I was trying to make work, but it all happened very fast. We really didn't know that it was happening, and they kind of just threw it at us a little bit, which is fine because we all love the show. We were trying to figure it out. Wolfpack, a spin-off of Teen Wolf, might hit television soon, probably by 2023. The cult-like image associated with Teen Wolf undoubtedly could boost Wolfpack's initial success. It is speculated that with new supernatural twists and developments, Wolfpack could be a backup for the entire Teen Wolf franchise. In a press release, it was announced that Armani Jackson, Bella Shepherd, Chloe Rose Robertson, and Tyler Lawrence Gray as Wolfpack's 4 main characters. Coming back to Teen Wolf, it has been said but not confirmed that Kira as a kitsune will be present in the movie. Oni is also depicted in the movie as a demonic warrior introduced in the 3rd season of the series. They are powerful and might seemingly look terrifying, but they are neutral, and their demeanor depends on the ones who summon them. An accidental discovery of a missing body and the subsequent bite from the assailant wouldn't seem natural to you. However, Scott couldn't care less and set to live his life normally, just like everybody else. He discovers supernatural qualities in him, with his 5 senses functioning to the highest potential. His love interest, Allison, a hawk-eyed girl who is keen on archery, yields to fancy sex in the bus. But that turned out to be a disaster, and the person responsible is Derek, who is mistaken as the antagonist at that moment, whereas the real villain was lurking in the woods. He was misguided multiple times, but eventually, he stood by Scott's side to drive away all the evil forces. In Season 1, we find that Derek was shot in his arm, and the bullet was no ordinary bullet, but that smothered in wolfsbane. He saves himself by pressing deeply on the wounded area, burning the injury with no marks. The chief antagonist of the series, the Alpha Werewolf or the Big Bad, was portrayed as a mysterious evil force responsible for some of the random killings in Beacon Hill. The identity of the Alpha was kept a secret in the 1st season. Then, we come to know that Peter Hale is the Alpha. There are 2 ways in which a werewolf can be an Alpha. It's either by killing an existing Alpha, extracting their powers in the process, or by being a true Alpha, which happens only in 100 years. Apart from werewolves, we come across other entities having supernatural abilities. Banshees, were coyotes, hellhounds, and kitsunes are some of them. In Teen Wolf, Banshees are women who can sense and predict the death of someone by detecting the low frequency. These creatures are called wailing women, whose unconscious screams can alarm people about the death of a person, especially one who got killed by a supernatural force. However, the events or the cause of death can be reversed if anyone got hold of the knowledge leading to the premonitions of a banshee. Through this talent, Lydia Martin, a minor antagonist of the series, prevented the death of many people. Lydia Martin was a paradoxical character who was cunning and manipulative, but was compassionate and empathetic to the people around her in the later phase. She sided with Scott McCall, befriended Allison Argent, and made Styles Stilinski her boyfriend by the end of the series. However, Styles was not her first love. In Season 1, we could witness the chemistry between Lydia and Jackson, who yearned to become a werewolf but ended up being a kanima, which is considered a mutation of the werewolf gene. After Jackson moved places, Lydia was in a relationship with Aiden, who was later killed by an Oni. Another set of creatures called were-coyotes are showcased in the series. They form a group under canine were-creatures and are similar in traits to the werewolf. As the name suggests, a were-coyote can transform into a full coyote. This talent is latent in were-coyotes, unlike the werewolves who undergo stages of evolution to transform into mature animals. Malia Tate, who was introduced in Season 3, is the adopted daughter of Henry and Evelyn Tate, who yearned to become a werewolf but ended up being a kanima, which is considered a mutation of the werewolf gene. Another set of creatures is called were-coyotes are showcased in the series. They form a group under canine were-creatures and are similar in traits to the werewolf. As the name suggests, a were-coyote can transform into a full coyote. This talent is latent in were-coyotes, unlike the werewolves who undergo stages of evolution to transform into mature animals. Malia Tate, who was introduced in Season 3, is the adopted daughter of Henry and Evelyn Tate. Malia first underwent her transformation into a coyote at the time of an accident where an unknown individual attacked her mother, sister, and herself. However, unaware of the powers she imbibed and a lack of control over her abilities, she killed Evelyn and Kylie. Overwhelmed by guilt for her actions, she shunned herself and found abode in the Beacon Preserve for the next 8 years in her coyote form. She was later discovered by Scott and Styles, who tried to bring her back into human form. She was sent to Icon House, a mental asylum, for a brief time, uniting with her adoptive father. Kira Yukimura is a recurring character in Season 3 and the main character in Seasons 4 and 5 of MTV Teen Wolf. She is a kitsune, specifically a thunder kitsune who can control electricity and foxire. The Japanese word kitsune means fox, which means she could turn into a fox whenever necessary. However, the Dread Doctors, the main antagonists of Season 5, performed a series of operations on Kira with a lightning rod, causing an uncontrollable amount of power to destroy the balance between her fox and human sides. The supernatural events in Beacon Hills affected many people, and the saviors are not mediocre. As Scott teams up with some incredible characters, we learn how exciting their personalities and abilities are. Jackson Whittemore, the leader of the lacrosse team, was overpowered by the abilities of Scott McCall, who was bitten by an alpha werewolf. Desperate to know how he transformed into a powerful player within a few days, Jackson made some unsuccessful attempts to become a werewolf. Finally, he ended up being a kanima. We can also see the performance of Liam Dunbar, who was saved by Scott McCall when he was thrown off the hospital roof. Scott had no other way than to give Liam the bite and transform him into a beta werewolf. Liam stood by Scott as his loyal sidekick. So that's it, folks. Now the main doubt is about the release date of the movie Teen Wolf. Well, we don't know. Anyway, some element of surprise should keep the fans intrigued. I hope you have liked the video, so until we meet next time with an exciting movie recap, goodbye.